Hey guys and dolls, and welcome into another video. My name is Jason. We are going to go through some of the charts on our plays because our plays have been on an exponential run to the moon in the last week. So I'm super happy that we are having a wonderful green week, and despite the fact that of course the 10-year treasury right now is at 1.6, so we may see a little bit more volatility today in the market. So just to point that out there, although I don't think that it is going to have as much of an impact as it has done in the past few weeks. I just wanted to start by saying well done again for getting through the weeks. If you are new to this channel, then I make videos on the stock market every day. My name is Jason. Hit that big red subscribe button, and if you find value at any point, then hit that big like button as well. And welcome to this family of investors. So we can see, guys, that today we are sitting at all-time highs on the SPY, and we have actually had that nice run up. We are not at oversold or overbought levels, so again we could just experience a little bit of volatility due to that 1.6 yield inflation. So if we actually do come back down and test onto this 50 on the RSI, then that could be a layer of support, which then will act hopefully as a bounce. So I'm hoping that if we do actually curl back down, then we will actually retrace back to about 385, and then we can start to see new all-time highs on the S&P 500, and that will allow us to capitalize as investors. So guys, there was a stock that I have been buying up, and I did actually put out on the community yesterday that I was in fact buying a stock, and you guys voted that you wanted me to tell you which stock that was. So the stock that I had been buying up was XL Fleet. Now guys, XL Fleet do manage and manufacture all of their own trucks. They are currently out, and unlike a lot of speculative SPACs, this company is set to grow. They have been shorted quite heavily, and they were at highs of over $34 back a few months ago. They have since been absolutely beaten down like a rag doll, and they hit that $8 mark, which is actually lower than before they announced any type of merger. So guys, it is quite interesting to know that they are sitting right now with not much of a risk. We are at oversold levels on the RSI, and I think getting this company around that $12 cents mark and below is going to be an absolute steal. I have a price target on this of $30 by around the end of this year moving forward, so that is going to allow us to capitalize a potential 2x. But always make sure, guys, to do your own due diligence and research, because I'm not a financial advisor, and this is just my facts and opinions, things that I'm doing with my money, and this is just meant for education and entertainment only. So right now I do see a nice layer of entry around XL Fleet. This is going to be a long-term hold as we actually progress into that EV sector moving forward, and you guys know that that is going to be a sector of disruptive innovation that is set to dominate moving into the next decade. So I'm happy to purchase a few shares up on the XL Fleet anywhere below this $12 mark. Now Nndm, one of our plays, is actually up tremendously on the day. They did have earnings out yesterday, so if you would like to see my view on that video, then I had actually created a video last night before I went to bed, so make sure to check that out. I will link that above now. Right now, as I say, if we do actually come back down anywhere below that $11 range, then this could be a nice place to entry, and especially if we do actually consolidate in that $10 to $8 range, then this is going to be a potential new area to start loading up those boats and getting into Nndm anywhere below that $8, and especially into that $6 range if we do have any further pullback or weakness, because again this could now act as a support, guys. We are sitting at the 50 on the RSI, and we are in a bear territory. As you see, we've crossed over. So what I'm expecting is if this actually does start to trace back down, the S&P 500 does have that small sell-off, then we could actually retest down on the RSI to the 30 level, which could allow a new layer of entry if this stock does come back down to $10. Now again, I would like to have this in the double digits in around that $20 range before I do start thinking of capitalizing on any of my position. I have been invested in Nndm since it was about $2 all the way back last summer when I actually started researching the stock quite heavily. Now the next stock on my list that I wanted to talk to you guys about is our DraftKings play. Our DraftKings play has been up tremendously since I did start talking about this on the channel around that $50 mark. We are now sitting up $20, guys, so that is a really lovely upside of over 35%. So congratulations if anyone has caught that recently. And we did actually have some new price targets come out on DraftKings recently, and you can see that the high-end estimate for DraftKings by the end of the year is $105. Now, not that we are going to get that, but I do think that moving forward, as we see a lot of legalization into this space, then this could be a really nice sector to have as some more diversity into your portfolio. So I will be looking for any weakness in this stock, and if we do in fact have a sell-off back down to this line below that $60 range, then this could be a potential stock to add to your radar and start loading up those boats. So just to give you some more information there, and if you would like more information on some other stocks that I am watching, guys, then be sure to check out this video video above now that I will link, because I did actually talk through some of the stocks that I am buying. And if you wanted a binge on my channel, then I have a lot of individual stocks that I do believe are going to at least 5 to 10x in the next 5 to 10 years with some really lovely upside. So be sure to check out those videos on my page, because there is some really exciting plays out there. And our Opendoor stock, guys, is actually starting to fly back up off that radar. So that's nice. In the pre-market today, we can see we are actually $1 down. We are due to open up at about $25. But we did reach those lows of $16. So congratulations if you did manage to load the boat here, as I have been covering this one quite a lot on my channel, because you would now be up well over about 60% on that price. So that is absolutely incredible. To make 60% in a few days, if you did catch that dip, then well done to you there. I do love this stock, and I think moving forward, despite the fact that we had seen some volatility because Chamath had been selling his space stock, his SPCE. As you guys know, I am heavily invested in Virgin Galactic. That is why we did see this massive sell-off, also due to the fact that we had those inflation fears and the fact that this here is a more speculative play. And because he's selling off his SPCE, a lot of people had run out the door, and then they had assumed that he would then sell Opendoor, as he is one of the main holders in this stock. So of course they did sell off Opendoor, so it did get hit down and beat down pretty heavy. But that, guys, always presents us with buying opportunities, because when the price goes lower, that presents us with a less risk. So always remember, guys, that if a stock is selling off, as long as you've done your due diligence and nothing has changed about the company moving forward from your original research, then when we get these big dips in price like this, then you know that this has bottomed out over 50% in a single week. That is absolutely incredible buying opportunity. So we can actually load up our shares, buy the dip, and we can capitalize as investors by decreasing our risk, because we get in at a better price of entry. So those are just some tips there. The next play I want to touch on is Jivo. Jivo, as you guys know, I do have a double-digit price target on this at the end of the year for about $18. So hopefully we can capitalize on that moving up. Now again, if you did buy the dip here, this did come down to $6. What I would be looking for is any retracement in that RSI right now down into that 30 zone. And then again, if we do come back down around that $8 mark, then that could be another place potentially to start loading those boats. So just pointing out, some of our plays there are up in the green this week. We have been doing incredibly well. Congratulations to everyone there that has made that happen. I just want to quickly look at our baby NEO. You guys can see that NEO is sitting around that $44 range, and as I had drawn a support in here before, hopefully this will now act as a floor. And I did say that this looks like the bottom for NEO in my last video that I did an update for NEO 1. If you do want to see that, then check out this video above. And $32, I don't think we are going to see those prices again for a long time, unless we do have any major corrections or dips again in the S&P 500 and NASDAQ moving forward. Now, I think that this is just a case of waiting out patiently for more catalysts for NEO to come out as we move into the next month ahead. And again, once we do have those delivery numbers back out in April, then hopefully we can start to have some new catalysts that will push this share price back to its all-time highs of $66. I do have a triple-digit price target on NEO by the end of the year, guys. So just be sure to not get that FOMO, that fear that is put in the markets when we do see these sell-offs, because if you had been holding up NEO and you had in fact bought it when it was at around this price a few weeks ago, and we did actually see that sell-off, and you did sell down here, you would now be down in your position. And again, I would hate for that to happen. I hope that you guys were not able to, get that FOMO and you didn't sell at the bottom here, because it just goes to show that if you do load up on those dips, and again, you just wait patiently as an investor, it would have paid off, because you would now be sitting up from $32 all the way back up to around that $45 mark. So that is a big 35% upside, guys. So that is just a clear example as to why you shouldn't panic when the markets are selling off. It's very normal that the markets, they do move up and down. This is just normal. Unfortunately, it comes with the stock market, and we just have to learn that on those days where we do see those dips in the market, that presents us with those buying opportunities. So guys, I just wanted to say well done if you have got this far in the video. Thank you for all of your continued support. I hope that you all have a wonderful, wonderful weekend ahead. I do expect a little bit of volatility, like I said, in the markets over this next 24 hours before we then consolidate into the weekend. So I will be giving you guys an update as soon as I know any new news coming out on any of our plays. I hope that you guys take care, stay safe, stay green, and I'll see you guys back on my channel soon for some more content on investing. Ciao!